should be a video.
Um,
Okay, let's go.
um, we have a whole world based on this. Two things. Save up. There's a good time coming.
Hmm.
So
An imaginary good time that we all expect, and for that we save stuff, we collect, we conserve stuff for that.
put your money. So put your money aside. Invest it.
Hmm. Invested, yeah.
Secondly,
Hmm.
which is somewhat contradictory, happiness consists in the possession of things.
Many people have this idea that I want to buy this car, that car. My friends as well ask me that what's your dream car, what's your dream house, what do you think what your life will look like in next 5 years or 10 years? And I'm like, bro, live in the moment. Why are you thinking 5 years ahead? What about I died tomorrow? You never know about life. So yes, people find comfort in thinking of a good future.
A lot of people, when they feel inadequate, bored, unfulfilled,
Hmm.
try to get rid of this sensation by going shopping.
99, no, 99, but 100% of the human population feel this emptiness within, and we try to fill this emptiness by going for a shopping. That if I'll buy this and that clothes, H&M shop, I'll buy Jordan, Gucci, then I can feel complete. But yeah.
A lot of people spend all their daytime shopping. That's the thing to do.
Yeah.
You go out and shop. There are women galore who go into San Francisco every day just to shop and come back loaded with all kinds of things. But these things are not true material possessions. For at least two reasons. Number one, most of them aren't well made. Number two, you can't use that many things. You can store them, you can put them away, you can show your friends that you've got this and that. But you can't live in 6 houses at once. You can't ride more than 2 horses at a time, unless you're doing some sort of a circus act. No? You can't drive more than 1 car at a time. So we tend to become absolutely overloaded with possessions and have the greatest difficulty, therefore, in moving ourselves around. Because every time we move, we have to carry all the stuff with us. Let's take the comparison between a Japanese living room
Like
and
the things that we possess are nothing but tension giving possessions. That if I have 10 cars and I need to wash all the 10 cars, and I need to maintain that fucking 10 cars. If I would have one scooty or one bike or just one car, then I don't have to think, or I don't have to worry that much as I have to do when I have 10 cars. So it's very true. Like possession only creates tension. Yeah, that's a nice rhyme. Possession, tension. Yeah. Number of possession is directly proportional to tension. Wow.
British,
I'm a mathematician, bro.
American or German living room. You see the Japanese living room, you have a table and some
It's
cushions
very minimalistic,
and the floor.
as you have seen in Doraemon. Sorry.
And you don't have any beds. You
Hmm.
sleep in a futon, in a quilt,
Hmm.
and that's delightful. You don't, therefore, have to haul beds around. You don't have overstuffed chairs, which stand in most rooms like gun emplacements. You know, these huge things,
Hmm.
vast things that have to be pushed around, very heavy. Uh, we, in other words, are absolutely cluttered with enormously heavy objects. And it doesn't redound to our true material comfort because we are always using our muscles to lug them around. They have to be
Hmm.
taken care of.
Very
They have
practical point. Very practical point. That we are always like, although we have so many po- possessions, we use our muscles in the end to carry them around. So we are, not getting comfortable after buying things that we thought that it will give comfort. So it's very paradoxical in nature.
to be cleaned. The moths have to be kept out of them. They're a
Hmm.
perfect pest. So we don't really understand furniture.
Hmm.
Now, I would think furniture and a house and a shelter over you is one of the most important things in life. Shelter is fundamental. But when you see what shelter most people in the United States have provided for themselves,
Hmm.
you're aghast.
Okay, what shelter? What type of
Clapboard
shelter?
boxes, miles and miles and miles of them, that you wouldn't want a dog to live in. Have you ever looked at the furniture in Dagwood's home?
I I don't know what he's talking about because I'm from India and I literally don't have any idea about what Dagwood and what type of furniture does American household uses. So yeah, I'll just nod my head so that I can pretend that I'm understanding. But yeah, this is not the point, right?
The,
He's just using an example that how I would say idiotic our human beings are, that they buy things thinking of a comfortable life and then they realize, not even realize, that they created discomfort as opposed to comfort.
absolutely uninspired junk. It has nothing whatsoever to recommend it. It isn't good design. It isn't
Hmm.
fun. It's just nowhere.
Yeah.
What's something else of material importance that really, after all, we ought to know something about? Clothes.
Now Ellen Watts will scrutinize clothes, that how clothes are not that comfortable. And yes, yeah, let's see
Well,
what.
by and large, we are shockingly clothed,
Yeah, right.
uh, as compared with many other people. Men go around
True,
looking
if
like
you'll ever
fools.
come to India and you'll see how many people are staying on the road and how many people don't even have money to buy clothes or to eat in the first place. Or even go to African continent, bro. You'll see what poverty looks like.
General directives, in the most uncomfortable survivals of military uniforms. Women wear
Yeah.
uh, frocks and dresses and things that are to cover up amazing um, systems of pulleys and blocks and tackles. And it's a sleazy, and they have no real
Bro.
joyous color. Occasionally, I mean, we all know exceptions, but I'm talking about the generality of the culture. The clothes don't look as if anybody really enjoyed wearing them. They're worn
Mm.
because one has to be dressed.
Yeah, once you're dressed in a heavy clothes, then all the time you're maintaining your clothes. that oh my god, it should not touch to the floor, it will get dirty. So why did you bought that dress when you are not, when you're not feeling comfortable in it, bro? Why? Just to impress other? Tell me.
and covered up and decent, and therefore they're worn rather apologetically.
Hmm.
Furthermore, they wear out in nothing flat. And to buy good clothes, you have to go outside the country.
Hmm.
There are, of course, if you want to dress in a rather traditional way, you go and get British tweeds from the Hebrides. But if you want to dress colorfully and beautifully, you have to go to Mexico and get
Hmm.
gorgeous materials, or to
Hmm.
India and get silk for saris, or to Java and get batiks for sarongs. And these things will last forever. They are beautifully made by people who had a real enthusiasm about making them. Because in the life of the people who make such things, they don't make a differentiation between working and playing. But in a culture where you work and play is different, you work in order to make money to play. This is
Hmm.
insane. Because you spend most
First you suffer to get a comfortable life, and then when you get your so-called comfortable life, you realize that it's not that comfortable. Why did I work so hard for this? That then you realize that your all suffering was unnecessary.
of the time working. And then what you carry, if all you carry, if you don't really value the work, I mean, you're lucky if you've got work that you really enjoy doing. But if you don't
Yeah.
really value the work, all you get out of it is money. Then you come home with that and you're supposed to play. Well, you're pretty tired to begin with. And we just don't play. That's all there is to it. You might play Saturday or something when there's a day off.
And then you start to live for Saturday and Sunday, that I'll be very playful on weekends. That's the what cyclical cycle. I don't know what that cycle called. Yeah, let it be. That dark cycle of life when you work for money to get a comfortable life, and then when you get your so-called comfortable life, you find suffering in that too. Then you again work for money, then you die.
But in the evening, very few people actually play. They sit
Hmm.
and passively watch television.
Yeah.
And they've got all the money in the world. I mean, compared with Hindus and Africans and so on, we live like princes. But we don't enjoy it.
You don't enjoy, right?
Not really. There's no gusto for it. You would think that people would come home and have orgies and banquets and with all that money. And they don't.
And they don't, right?
It's just
It's
a sort of
just
constant.
it's just them and their loneliness, that sadness, their depression. There's nothing called happiness in their life. And yes,
Disappointment.
okay. So this video of this video of Alan Watts is trying to shed light on how stupid we are as a human being. First of all, we work for comfortable life, and then when we get this comfortable life, we realize that it's not that comfortable. And also the search for joy, we search in the outside world. Let it be, we'll not discuss where is this eternal joy within us or outside us. We'll not talk about that. But yes, Ellen Watts is quite right that people are always finding stuff outside. They don't ask question for themselves. They don't introspect, retrospect, and I'm not. The third name is not making into my mind. What was that? Plato. I think Plato suggested this idea: introspect, retrospect, and I don't know. Yeah, so it's very important to introspect and to see where you were stupid. Otherwise, yeah, you'll live your stupid lives with your stupid wives. Yeah, what a rhyme, bro. Today I'm doing rhyme. Yeah, so thank you for watching my video till now. And yes, I'll see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.